from the station on your side. Channel 2 News Tonight starts now.
The race for City Hall is on. State Senator Sean Ryan became the first Democratic candidate to officially announce his bid for mayor of Buffalo. I'm Dave McKinley. This announcement was not entirely unexpected. 2 on your sides, Alyssa Clausell joins us with more about what Ryan had to say in his first speech as a mayoral candidate. Alyssa.
Hey, Dave, the veteran New York State Senator's candidacy, highly anticipated by many after speculations of his intent to run started swirling this summer. Though now that it's official, Ryan is making his plea to the citizens of Buffalo.
Buffalo deserves better.
Opening remarks from State Senator Sean Ryan, officially kicking off his campaign for mayor of Buffalo. The veteran state legislator made his candidacy official in a downtown concert venue after months of speculation surrounding whether or not he would run. And in his first speech as a mayoral candidate, Ryan slamming the former Brown administration.
There's been 20 years of neglect, and you can see the cracks starting to show.
Calling out the city's handling of basic services, including snow plowing.
We can't seem to get our streets plowed.
The state of the city's streets.
We can't figure out how to fix our potholes.
Buffalo's lead crisis.
And year after year and decade after decade, our children are poisoned by lead.
But perhaps one of the issues at the forefront, the city's looming budget deficit and the use of American Rescue Plan funds to possibly fill those budget gaps.
This is the city's problem. They haven't come up with a plan to balance their budget. Instead, every year they wait for some magic money to come in and then they plug the holes.
Today's announcement positions Ryan as the first candidate in what is anticipated to be a packed Democratic primary, as questions surrounding if or when possible candidates, including former Fire Commissioner Garna Whitfield, one-time Democratic challenger India Walton, or current acting mayor Chris Scanlon, will run.
It's going to be a long campaign season, and the quicker you get at it, the more you can start making your case to the people of the city of Buffalo.
And it's the first time in 2 decades where there hasn't been an incumbent in the field.
Mayor's gone, and we have an opportunity to look at the city with fresh eyes and a clean slate.
And as that road to City Hall gets underway here, the Erie County Democratic Committee is poised to have a slate of candidates to choose to endorse. They announced that this week that they will hold the first of 3 citywide party forums with candidates. On December 5th, that is the first one. On your side, Alyssa Clausell, Channel 2 News.
Thank you, Alyssa. As the holidays approach, prepare to see more patrol cars as part of a crackdown on impaired and reckless drivers through next Sunday, December 1st. During the last year Thanksgiving holiday, more than 1,000 drivers were arrested for DWI and nearly 8,000 were issued speeding tickets. Some West New Yorkers are working to make sure no one goes hungry this holiday season. Today, volunteers at the Buffalo Dream Center packed thousands of grocery bags and wrapped Christmas presents for families in need. It's part of an annual tradition to spread hope.
All year long, we work with inner city kids. We have an after-school program. We do programs for kids. We bus kids into our church on Sunday morning, and a lot of them don't get birthday presents. They don't have a Christmas tree during Christmas. They don't have presents at Christmas. It's not like it was for me growing up. And actually, when we started this 26 years ago, that's why I started it.
You might recognize Pastor Johns there, as children will be spending Thanksgiving on the streets with people who are homeless, something he did for some 25 years. Today, first responders and Buffalo High School students came together for an annual tradition. Agents for Advocacy helped out Yale Academy as they faced Buffalo police and fire on the basketball court. Their goal is to build a bond between young people and the first responders in their neighborhoods.
They don't know the black men and women in their community who are Buffalo police men and women and Buffalo Fire Department. So I just hope I can help the young black children here know these are the people in your community here to protect you, here to possibly save your life. These are the people in the community you could turn to.
First responders also held educational workshops and CPR training. Today, the BFLO store held a grand opening for its 4th location at the Boulevard Plaza in Amherst, featuring sales, photos with Santa, and a meet and greet with Bills linebacker Joe Andreessen. The store's owner reports brisk business at this and other locations.
You know, it's a great plaza. Benderson's Plaza here at the Niagara Falls Boulevard, unbelievable. What they've done and what they've built over the past, even the few years, is amazing. And we really want to look at, you know, with our stores of the future, going to areas that are really booming in Buffalo. You know, we feel that, you know, it's a great place if you're from Western New York or if you're visiting or you're shopping, you want to be in an area where you feel like you're part of something.
The BFLO store is open Monday through Saturday from 10 until 9 and Sunday from 11 until 6. The Cystic Fibrosis Foundation's Rock the Red Carpet Gala was held at the Powerhouse in Buffalo this evening. Nearly 24 honorees were recognized for their commitment to making a difference for those living with cystic fibrosis. Tonight's gala was the culmination of a 12-week program that raised funds for the CF Foundation.
Money is what, you know, they can use to buy the science, and science is what is used to find a cure. But there's also not just about the cure, it's about the quality of life, it's about the community at large. So the funds that go in we've had large advances. One of our KPIs is the average lifespan, and that lifespan is phenomenal.
And two on your sides, Melissa Holmes and Patrick Hammer. You can see them there in all their finery. They served as tonight's MCs. Tonight, we're celebrating the start of the holiday season here in Western New York with the return of the Shriners Festival of Trees. That name, of course, is a nod to the hats that they wear. The festival helps get people in the holiday spirit while also raising money for Shriners hospitals through admission prices and raffle tickets for fully decorated trees with all the presents underneath.
We started about 5 years ago. We learned about it that another shrine temple up in Maine was doing it, and we sent a couple of people up there to check it out, and they brought it back, and we started doing it. We get to raise money so that we can help the children of Western New York get the health care they need, orthopedic care, burn care, that's no cost to them or their families.
The festival continues tomorrow from 10 until 4 at the Shriners Hall on Southwestern Boulevard in West Seneca. Today, skaters officially return to the Isa Canal side for the first time this season. The rink is now open. However, opening weekend celebrations have been pushed back to next week because of the warmer weather. Next weekend, you can expect live music, giveaways, and fireworks. You can find more information on our website, WGRZ.com. It's kind of a few days to look away, but I think it'll be colder next weekend than this weekend.
That ice next weekend will definitely be staying frozen.
Okay.
If you're a fan of winter, you are going to be very happy by midweek and for the next bit of foreseeable future.
All right.
If you're not a fan of winter, you're going to be miserable. Sorry. So take a look at what's going on right here. We still have a few more warm days, so I'll show you that in a second. Right now, just some very scattered showers around Western New York. Nothing significant going on. Those lake-enhanced showers are going to continue through the night. Big picture here, not a whole lot going on, but we are going to have a little bit of activity Monday into Tuesday, and then towards this upcoming weekend, a little bit more going on. More on that in a second. So the big picture right here, future look shows as we start Sunday morning. Again, possibly some rain showers, particularly for the southern tier. That moves through quickly. The next big thing is Monday afternoon, some rain moving through the area. Fast forward, and then Tuesday very early in the morning, so pretty much Monday into Tuesday, we're seeing a bit more rain move through, and then some clearing after that. So let's time it out a little bit more specific. So Saturday night, just a little bit from now, we're still going to have these showers coming off of the lake. Possibly you see some of these pinks and purples, possibly a snowflake or two, especially for portions of the southern tier, some of those higher elevations. Sunday morning, we do have some rain moving into portions of the southern tier. And again, there's those pinks again, possibly a little bit of a wintry mix. And again, raindrops here and there for the rest of Western New York, but I would say that it's certainly not anything that you have to get your plans around. It's certainly going to be just a few raindrops, to be quite honest. Sunday evening, pretty much some of those clouds move out. The rain seems to be gone for a period of time, but then Monday looks like evening. We do have some rain moving in once again, and that's a little bit more widespread, and that's going to be hitting most of us. But again, it's not going to be constant through the whole day. It's just going to be relatively scattered. As we get into the overnight, Monday into Tuesday, this is where we have our next system moving through. And again, you can see this is a little bit more significant. The good news is in the latest model update, these yellows right here, we had a little bit more moderate rain. That seems to have shifted to our east a little bit more. And it looks like as of right now, we're getting less than we previously had anticipated. Tuesday morning, it looks like by the time we get to the rush hour commute, it looks like the most significant part of that rain is gone. And again, as we move through the day, very isolated showers here and there. And again, for the hills in the southern tier, possibly a couple of snowflakes. And then Tuesday evening, again, things sort of quiet down. In terms of precipitation, what are we expecting right here? Well, here's our chances of precipitation for the upcoming week. We're really keeping our eyes on Monday and also Tuesday. We do have that chance of some rain. As we get towards Thanksgiving, a little bit higher of a chance, but nothing significant. It's really this upcoming weekend that we're going to be keeping an eye on in terms of possibly some rain and or snow. So look at this. We have now continually been setting a record, first yesterday and again today, the latest first snowflake ever recorded. In 1946 and again in 1985, that date was November 22nd. So as of right now this year, it is officially November 23rd. Obviously, we still have not received that first snowflake at the airport. Obviously, portions of the southern tier have received that already, but at the airport, no, and it's going to be at least the next couple of days until we do see that. Temperature-wise, look at this. We're going to be above average for the next couple of days. Monday, significantly above average, but then the cool down begins. That is going to get us significantly below average pretty much for the end of the week into this upcoming weekend. Look at these temperatures right here. At least for the next couple of days, we're supposed to be in the mid to low 40s. We're going to be pretty close to normal Sunday, above average for Monday and Tuesday. But look at this, the gradual decrease of the temperatures actually as we get towards the end of the week, closer to 30 degrees. More on that in a second. Nothing too crazy going on here. Clouds and a couple of rain showers for the next couple of days. It looks like for Thanksgiving, possibly a 50-50 chance of some rain and or snow. Nothing really that's going to accumulate, at least in the Buffalo area. Looks like the turkey trot in the morning, temperatures in the 30s. And fast forwarding to the Bills game, look at this. This is crazy. Temperatures by the time that Sunday night football game starts, temperatures in the upper 20s, going to the mid 20s by the time the game is over. We haven't seen that in quite a bit of time. Tonight down to 37 degrees, a little bit breezy out there. We're going to see that patchy drizzle continue. We're supposed to be at 32 for our overnight low, so still a little bit warmer than we should be. 44 right on the nose for where we should be for tomorrow. Very slight chance of those showers. Again, they're very scattered in nature. And then the 7 days ahead. This is a pretty gloomy looking forecast. Not going to lie. We do have those rain chances for Monday, especially Monday into Tuesday. The temperatures, we have this gradual decrease. It looks like Thanksgiving. We do have that chance of a few snowflakes and a little bit of rain as well, but it's not going to be a washout. At least that's the way it's looking right now. But look at these temperatures towards the end of the week here. We have highs in the mid to low 30s. We have these lows in the 20s, even a little bit cooler for portions of the southern tier. And again, this at the end of the week into this upcoming weekend could be our first chance of possibly getting a little bit of accumulating snow. It's a little too far out to make that official prediction, but it looks like it is in the works. That's the latest on your forecast. Time now for sports with Lindsay.
This is the Two on Your Side M&T Bank Sports Desk.
While the Bills may have the weekend off this time around, high school football is finally at its peak. Canisius and St. Joe's going head-to-head in the Monsignor Martin Championship this afternoon. And my goodness, Eli Kimball setting the tone for the Crusaders here, running for 4 touchdowns and more than 200 yards on the day to help put Canisius up 26-6 after 3 quarters of play. St. Joe's putting up a fight late in this one with a couple of their own touchdowns, but it is not enough. The Crusaders take this one 32-22 and have now won their first Monsignor Martin Championship since 2020. In the Far West Regionals today, Class B here to start. East Ridge taking on Health Sciences. The Lancers trying to play spoiler, but early on the Falcons show off. Kayvon Pitts gets the handoff first. He's there, then he's gone. Health Sciences up 8-0. Falcons not done there. They will go back to the well. Pitts takes it himself from 13 yards out for the score. Health Sciences goes on to secure the shutout win. 13-0 the final score. To East Rochester now. The Bombers taking on Salamanca in Class C. Warriors taking an early lead. Xavier Peters rushing through, falls on his own fumble. It's 8-0 in the first. Warriors driving again. This time it's the jet sweep to Corey Holleran. 16-0 Salamanca, but ER isn't going away that easy. Ben Newman looking and unloading deep. Jordan Nunn bringing it in for the Bombers. They've got life late in the first half. ER goes back to the air for the score, but Salamanca's early lead proves to be too much. Warriors win 42-20. To the ice now in San Jose, where the Sabres are taking on the Sharks in their last game out west before heading back home. James Reimer making his Sabres debut in the net tonight. The team still missing their top goal scorer in Tage Thompson. The score is currently 2-1 Sharks up heading into the third period. The lone Sabre goal tonight coming in from Peyton Krebs. And we will continue to bring you updates from this game on air with our Daybreak crew tomorrow morning, as well online through our website, WGRZ.com. But for now, reporting in studio, I'm Lindsay Moppert for Channel 2 Sports.